Today on Nathan and Landon Do Business, we write an email to the VP of Content of USA Today, because that's a thing that we do.
Yeah, we definitely do those sort of things.
We do. That's clever, right?
That's one of our favorite things to do.
Is harass people through email.
Yeah.
By the way, Nathan, let's take a look at our emails right now. Let's see. Let's look at this together. So first and foremost, we look how sad this is. Billy Mitchell hasn't written us back yet.
With the winky frowny and everything. How could he turn that down?
I know. That was my thought as well, is winky frowny. Like that to me, I would be intrigued to at least reply, to be like, what's the winky frowny?
If somebody offered me a chance to be business Jesus, I would at least reply.
Yeah, exactly. Or go on, because at
Yeah.
least then we can have to send him $5 more to send him another message.
Yeah.
You'd think he'd at least want us to string him along, which will make you lots of dollar interested. This is what I like to think about too when I read this. I like to think of Billy Mitchell reading this and then practicing the winky frowny on his own face. Staring at the screen, winking and frowning as he closes the browser tab out.
Yeah, there's a possibility though that he's plotting against us right now because Billy Mitchell always has a plan.
Yeah, he's in a airport hotel near my home right now, trying on various trench coats.
Yeah, he's just gonna sneak into like your son's bar mitzvah or something.
Yeah, he's just waiting for me to have a special moment in my life, just biding his. Yeah, I just need.
When is he going to be on stage?
I'll probably get a letter in the mail letting me know that I've been invited to accept an award, and that's how I'll know something is up.
Yeah, that's straight out of the Billy Mitchell playbook right there.
Exactly.
First, he gets you on stage, lulled into a false sense of security, and then he pounces.
Here's a second bigger award. Oh God. And then you're so thrown off by that you don't know what to do. So Billy, don't wait for me to get an award. Don't make up a fake award ceremony, Billy. For the love of God, that's just embarrassing. Don't do that. Just get in touch, Billy.
Down that road too many times.
Yeah. Just get in touch, Billy. Write us a letter. It's going to be fine. We're going to make lots of money, Billy. Yeah. Anyways, we have no new emails, though, Nathan. I'm really sad about that.
That was pretty sad.
By and large, this one is a great one. The marketing email we got from RC Cola, in which we are referred to as a team. Great email.
We are a team.
Yes, Nathan and Landon, we are a team. The Amazon one was pretty good though, because I just like that this indicates that she actually read the message and then had to plug in specific fields. Yeah. So if you're out there, Ilya, we love you very much. Thank you for writing us. So, and everyone else out there, please write Nathan and I an email. It's important. Nathan and Landon Do Business at gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, we're like little kids who are expecting a package. Like we're out there every day at the virtual mailbox, just excitedly opening. Come on.
Nothing at all. Yeah. So that's what happened as far as the last week. Oh, and my goodness, Nathan, I forgot to introduce who we are to our audience.
See, how will they know?
I know. How will they know who's speaking to them? This is one of the downsides of switching to the early morning is I'm a little spacey at around 8 a.m. on a Sunday, so it happens. But so you out there, viewers or listeners, whichever it may be, who might be confused at who's speaking to you, I'm Landon of Nathan and Landon Do Business. This is a business podcast, and as I mentioned, I'm Landon, and with me is the one, the only ice cream truck facilities manager, Nathan. Wait, what?
It's a truck facility, like a mechanic, or?
Oh no, I was thinking it would be like a house where a big house where ice cream trucks live, and you take care of the house,
but not the trucks.
Not the trucks.
Okay,
just the facility in which they live. It's a
No,
big
I got you.
house where ice cream trucks can go and play.
Are these like where old ice cream trucks go to spend their twilight years?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's kind of sad, but it's kind of nice to be able to see ice cream trucks relax.
Yeah,
Don't worry
they've
about
earned
kids
it.
chasing them. Yeah, exactly. They've earned it. It's an ice cream truck retirement home. And
Yeah,
so you hear a lot of stories from the good old days, about rocket pops and kids chasing them, things like that.
they sadly play their broken little jingles and stuff. Dun 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 dun.
It's a huge bummer. Yeah. Oh man. So now kids, your parents are telling the truth if they tell you that the ice cream truck went to a big farm upstate where they can relax. It exists, and Nathan works there.
Yeah, I cut the lawn and stuff. Do some light
Yeah.
electrical work.
It's really gratifying. So yeah, that's what we do. We repair homes where old ice cream trucks live,
Yeah,
and we do a business podcast too.
yeah. When we're not maintaining the facility there, then we do a business podcast.
Yeah, and that's what you're listening to right now. And I think we're probably about 5 or 6 minutes in. And you made it this far. Congratulations.
Yeah,
This is an endurance test.
congratulations, and we apologize.
Yeah. Yeah. So before we dive into this episode, you guys don't start on this one. Go to the one before this one because that one's really good. I mean, this one's going to be good too eventually, but it's not going to make sense unless you watch the last one because Nathan and I came up with some really good ideas for comic strips.
Yeah, we're saving the comic strip world.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We're saving the comic strip world, and you know what I was thinking? We're also saving the boomers of the world, who like things to remain uniform and consistent. But I'll dive into that in a second. But yeah, go watch that other video. Nathan had a good idea to have Billy from Family Circus set up a quaint little tombstone business, capitalizing on the murder that happened in the home where he lived. I made a
And the
deep
future murders that are sure to ensue.
Exactly. He saw a trend was happening. He was like, I'm seeing greater increase in search engine volumes queries around murder in my home. He had his Pro Tools all set up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I made a truly harrowing Dennis the Menace comic, I feel like.
I still wake up in a cold sweat every night thinking about it.
Yeah. Dennis was being menaced in a
Yeah.
cruel twist of fate.
Really turn the
Um,
tables on that kid.
he deserved it though. He was such a jerk to Mr. Wilson.
Yeah. Poor Mr. Wilson.
Yeah. That shadow, the more I think about it though, like in the next part of that arc, it's going to turn out to be Mr. Wilson's ghost out for revenge.
I assumed it was like Mr. Wilson's grown son who does like a psycho like Mother Bates thing and like dresses up as Mr. Wilson and hunts the kid that drove his father to an early grave.
I like that better. I like that a lot better. That's yeah. I am Mr. Wilson. Yeah. Did you ever watch the Dennis the Menace movie?
With Walter Matthau.
Yeah.
Yeah, a million years ago, but yeah.
Man, I was upset for him. He was so excited for that flag once in a century flower to blossom, and
Yeah.
he missed it. Like I would be upset too.
Yeah,
Once in
for
a
sure.
century. Yeah. Yeah. No court in America would convict Mr. Wilson for killing Dennis.
Yeah.
The
A
son.
jury of his peers would nullify that jury. So
Exactly. Yeah. That kid had it coming.
yeah.
So but yeah, so what we talked about last week though is we have a brilliant product, and all we have the technical infrastructure to make probably 1,000 comics per day.
Probably.
We could
We can crank him out real fast.
we can, thanks to the wizardry of artificial intelligence. We can do this. And so we were talking about writing USA Today to take us up on our offer, pay us American money to make tens of thousands of comics for the
Yeah.
greater good. So I did a little bit of research, Nathan. Would you like to see my research?
I would.
That is not a euphemism.
Still interested.
So here we have it. USA Today network publications roll out new comic strip lineup in October. So this was a couple months ago this news happened. So just to cut to the long and short of it, now they have one national set of comics for every region. There used to be regional, like Gannett, USA Today comic lineups, depending on where you lived. Now it's one set of comics for USA Today newspapers, no matter where you live. So the quote here is, our mission to provide essential journalism in communities we serve means we are always evolving our content to ensure we are relevant. Refreshing our comics provides a consistent and modern presentation for our audience while incorporating beloved favorites. And that's a quote from Gannett Chief Content Officer Kristen Roberts. What does this mean?
It saves them money. That's what I hear when I read that.
Yeah, I think so too. It feels like they don't, instead of having regional sets of comic strip contracts, they have one set of contracts they manage
Yeah.
per publication per year. Makes it a lot easier. But so I applaud them for that. That's the kind of business savvy that I feel like, Nathan, you and I respect.
Yeah.
But and also let me see. This is Kristen Roberts. She is the chief content officer. So she's been doing this for a while. She was at McClatchy for a while. She was at Politico. She's the one person I think that we're going to be writing that I probably just may or may not be aware of who I am just because of the industry that I work in. So she might be one of the 40 or so people that watch these videos. And so if you are seeing this, Kristen, we love you very much. You're great. I didn't mean to make fun of your quote. I know you didn't write it. You totally
Yeah.
didn't write that.
Of course
Someone else
not.
did. You looked at it and you said, this is fine. I
Yeah.
don't care about the comics. And that understandably, you shouldn't. I mean, the first part of your quote here, what does it say? About essential essential journalism. Comics aren't exactly essential journalism.
Not yet.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
about to be, though.
Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna be. Yeah, or it could be one of those things like in some like post-apocalyptic future where the news actually is in the comics and it's hidden in there.
Yeah, that's how we like get around the authoritarian government that will oppress us. Is we sneak it into the comics,
Exactly. Yeah.
our subversive messages. I
Yeah.
look forward to that, actually.
Me too. Yeah. That's what we're gonna do. Actually, that's a good jumping off point though, Nathan, because I wrote up a quick draft letter for us to send to Kristen. And I figured it could be a starting point. Don't think of this as the end point. This is just like maybe like something for us to react to, like a skeleton. Um, wait, what? Something for us to react to, like a skeleton or a giraffe. Those are both things people react to.
You know, when you see a skeleton, you're like, ah, a skeleton.
Exactly.
We're
Yeah.
hoping that people react the same way.
A letter.
I assume that's how Kristen greets her email every morning. So
That's
every
how I
time
do.
that ding goes up, an email.
That's how she was able to climb the corporate ladder so fast. They just put her into an office to get away from the sound. Like
Yeah.
she's really good at her job, but she's easily startled by skeletons and emails. Ding. Ah!
And
Oh,
there
that's
again, it's which is next door to the Spirit Halloween headquarters. They're lousy with emails and skeletons.
yeah, it's her worst nightmare. So actually, this is kind of a relevant but not relevant sidebar story. So my son, when he was very young, did not care for dogs at all. That was like his least favorite thing. And like his least favorite part of Halloween was not knowing after he knocked on the door if a person with a dog would come to greet him with candy. And so he would always be, kind of scared on Halloween, not just for the costumes of the ghosts, but for the dogs.
Yeah.
And so at a certain point, we got to a corner house and they had set up this elaborate, haunted house entryway to get to their home. And I said, "Oh, Reese, check it out. It's a haunted house. I wonder what's in there." And he said, "I bet it's full of dogs."
Nice.
That was kind of a shaggy dog story, but I still love it.
Yeah. That is the most horrifying thing you could think of. So
Exactly. I bet it's full of dogs. It's just like the most sincere, dead-eyed look in his eye. Yeah. So I'll do a dramatic reading for you here on this letter, and then we could pause after. I'll do a run through, and then we can break down the beats. How about that? But feel free to interrupt me at any time here when I'm reading this.
well, first note, I think you misspelled her name in the header there. So
Oh, I did?
we're not doing to be taking over the USA Today comics page misspelling names.
Oh no, you're right. Wait, it's Kristen, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
IN.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Kristen. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. I'm dear Kristen, I'm illiterate.
There's a lot of spellings for Kristen though, and I feel like hers is non-standard. So
Yeah, I think you're right. But it's efficient. She's only using one kind of she's only but it's only using one kind of vowel here, just the I. Two
yeah,
kinds of vowels. That's kind of wasteful. So um
yeah, I stick with one vowel in my first name as well. So
yeah,
one
I got
flavor
two.
of vowel.
Yeah. I got two kinds of vowels, which is means my parents sprung for the upgrade.
Yeah,
You sure you want to do two vowels? That costs extra. It's like nothing but the best for our boy.
yeah. My parents stick with the base model.
Just one vowel. So do Kristen, so you're in good company.
They left me with the option of going Nathaniel, but I have to like pay for that upgrade myself.
When you turn 18, they give you the option. You register to vote. It's like, you want to upgrade your name with multiple vowels? Not for
Yeah,
me. I'm not no chump.
that's like the DLC of names. So
DLC of names. Man, I can't wait for the Nathan DLC to come out.
you're gonna be waiting a long time. I'm not doing it.
All right. Well, here I go. So, dear Ms. Roberts, I don't even want to say that's too formal because I don't know if she's a Ms. It's going to say, Dear Kristen. There we go. We hope this letter finds you in good spirits and an excellent innovation mode. We are Nathan and Landon, the dynamic duo of businessmen, of business acumen, and comic strip innovation, known about town as the comic strip maker betterers. That's pretty good, right?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. We've been following the strategic shifts at Gannett Media and noticed your recent move to unify the comics package, a stroke of genius. Streamlining operations with a single set of national contracts is exactly the kind of efficiency that gets our gears turning. Is that the good euphemism? Gears turning?
That really cranks our shaft. It started tying
It
back to comics, but that's horrible. That definitely sounds like a euphemism for something. So
Yeah. That really gets our bacon sizzling.
I
No, I
like how
don't
you
mean
start by
sizzling.
buttering her up
Yes.
about what a genius job she's doing.
Yeah. I'll just keep gears turning. I don't want to get too silly too soon.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, I want to make sure she's like, okay, they think I'm smart. Go on. But then I highlight the flaw in her plan. I say, however, we couldn't help but ponder the potential backlash. Boomers love their regional favorites. And the last thing anyone wants is a boomer rebellion brewing over the comic section, right? Right? So that's where
Yeah,
I'm
all
kind of
caps
setting it up.
emphasis.
Exactly. Yeah, boomers are going to be upset if their regional favorites are gone. But I want to make sure she knows she can have her cake and eat it too. So that's where we come in. Nathan and I have harnessed something far more potent than the supernatural powers of ghosts, if you can believe that. I always want to take it back to ghosts.
Yeah.
We're talking about the cutting edge wizardry of AI. With this technology, we can produce a treasure trove of classic comic strips with a modern twist, tailored for modern times. Take our Dennis the Menace concept. Instead of playing with Mr. Wilson, no, not playing with, instead of tormenting
Yeah.
Mr. Wilson, he's navigating the perils of his neighborhood. It's a nod to the crime concerns that resonate with many today. I know I need to change that. The crime trend with the olds of today.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's mostly the elderly that are concerned about that.
The olds of today. And it's rendered with such artistic flair that one might say, Nathan and Landon, you are cool and handsome. That's pretty good. All right. But wait, there's more. Picture this, a reality TV inspired comic where Billy leverages a local murder mystery into a business opportunity, selling tombstones. It's dark humor. I'm gonna put screenshots in here in the letter itself. It's dark humor with a hint of with that entrepreneurial spirit that boomers admire.
Yeah.
We propose a simple trial. Give us the reins of the USA Today comic section for a week. It's a low risk venture. If the comics are as underread as industry whispers suggest, there's little to lose. But if we hit the mark, the section could be revived, capturing hearts and eyes anew, which spells nothing but success for ad revenues. We eagerly await your feedback on our proposal using a 1 to 10 scale, and I'm not going to tell her which is the low or the high.
Yeah.
I'll just, whatever the response is, I'll just take it and spin it in my favor. All right, so how are we feeling? Anything else we want to punch up in this?
I think we're missing the idea of using the comics to drive ad revenue.
Oh, yes.
Like that there's an interactive element to these comics that allows people to determine the fate of their favorite characters by
That's
clicking on
right.
ads, which puts money in their pocket too. So
Yeah. And about ad revenues. Um, we know terms like, um, let's see, explosive, record setting, money are thrown around a lot these days. No, that's not right. That's not good. About ad revenues, hold on to your hat because it is about to be blown away by all the money we're going to make. Yeah. Readers will hold the fate of their favorite characters in their hands. Each week, they will decide if who will live and who will perish based on how many people click on the ads adjacent to their strip. All right. How's that?
it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah. Let's try this. I'm going to have AI rewrite it for me. I have a, I got a, I got Derek here all queued up for me. All right. While we're waiting for Derek to chat that, spit that out, anything else we want to, address in this letter? Any word for changes we want to make?
I like that we're going to be called cool and handsome.
I know.
I've been waiting for that my whole life. So
Me too. Yeah. I like the flow that it takes, how we position ourselves as comic strip maker betterers.
yeah,
I like that we hold the looming threat of a boomer rebellion over them.
yeah.
Um, I like that we have. I'll put in some screenshots here to the letters so they can see what we're talking about. Is the high quality of the art here,
Yeah.
and then I do like that we end with. Let's make this a little bit more smooth. You're ready to get going. Please reply to this email. Please send us $10,000 in starter cash, cover essentials, in our legal defense fund. Right. Oh, here we go. Okay. Derek sent me a nice little rewrite here of this paragraph. So I might just edit out the part where I was waiting and just drop this in here. Okay. Check this out. Derek smoothed out our language. Regarding revenue streams, you may want to secure your cap, as the financial updraft we're about to generate could very well send it soaring. That's very good, Derek. Readers will be vested with unprecedented power, controlling the destiny of beloved characters with a mere click. Weekly engagements will reach climactic heights as audiences click on ads next to their cherished scripts, casting their votes to determine who will triumph and who will meet their narrative end. Very good.
Well done, Derek.
Yeah. God bless you, Derek. All right. So what do you say if you're legal our legal defense fund? Okay, great. All right.
I think you might want the word ready in that sentence there if you're ready to get going.
Oh yeah. If you're ready. Thank you. You know, writing letters and talking is kind of like playing guitar and singing at the same time. I say them, but sometimes I don't write it. I'm not that talented yet of a word performer.
I don't know. I think you're the John Mayer of letter writing.
Oh, well, thank you. My letter is a wonderland. All right. Are we feeling good about this?
That's very solid. I
Okay.
think we've laid out our business case very well for her. So
Okay, great. Well, I'm going to go ahead and take this off screen because I have her email, but I don't want to dox her.
the only thing is missing is, I mean, we kind of imply a threat of a boomer rebellion, but our letters usually have a more threatening bent to them.
That's true. You're right. Is there any way we could up the threat a little bit?
I mean, I don't want to scare Kristen off, but
It's true. Our letters are very threatening. But truth be told, most of our very threatening letters are to exceptionally powerful people.
that's true.
So, I was okay threatening Bezos. What did we threaten Bezos with? It was I don't even remember. I need to pull
We've
that
made
up.
we've made too many threats. So,
Well, I know with Dan Pena, we threatened to flood his house with ghosts.
yeah, that was my favorite threat.
Me too. Okay, let me pull up Jeff Bezos. Okay. So actually Jeff Bezos, we just bullied. We bullied him.
Yeah.
And then we said we're going to be outside his office flipping a coin menacingly, sipping on Gogurt. Well, that was our Bezos threat.
Yeah.
That was a very good one. I think my favorite one though was the threat to Dan Pena that we would haunt his castle.
That our ghosts were stronger than his pre-existing ghosts in the castle.
Like, look, we know your house has ghosts. These ghosts are stronger and better.
Yeah.
Yeah. That to be said, though, I couldn't threaten Kristen. She's not as powerful as these guys.
No, we wouldn't want to threaten her personally. It's all it's all upside for her in this letter. So
Exactly. We'll make her look like a hero.
yeah.
We're like business Robin Hoods. We only threaten the exceptionally powerful. You have to have you have to be billionaire status before you get a threat from us.
Yeah.
Didn't we threaten Elon Musk too?
I'm sure we did.
I'm sure that happened at some point. Oh, here's another funny thing. So, what was I going to say? I, this is totally unrelated to what we're talking about right now. I was just scanning through our various old letters, and I was talking with a friend who's a yoga instructor, and we were talking about the powers of AI, and he said, "I've always wanted to use AI to come up with names of hypothetical forbidden yoga poses." And so I have a document here titled 50 Forbidden Yoga Poses. Would you like
Nice.
to hear one?
I would.
Eldritch Elephant Eek. Delphic Gin Dive. Gorgon's Grip Grasp. These all sound deeply, deeply forbidden.
Yeah.
Mystic Manticore Mount.
Yeah, it does sound like they have some sort of book of evil that they're reading from to learn these positions.
Pretty much. So yeah, what you're watching now is a business podcast.
If you've forgotten, this is a business podcast. This is how business gets done these days.
Exactly. They're using AI to make forbidden yoga pose names. It's all standard fare. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for those who are just joining us, Nathan runs an old folks home for ice cream trucks. And I am illiterate. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to click send on this email. Just a moment. Let me copy this. Paste this. And Kristen, I hope I'm not blacklisted in any industry now because of this. Yeah, please write back and let us and give us the reins too with the comics section because we can do a lot of good, make you a lot of money. So
Yeah. Everybody always says we're comic strip maker betterverse. So,
yeah, exactly. With intellectual powers even greater than ghosts. I'm going to use that in a real business proposal. It's like, you guys, this campaign's going to drive results far more powerful than anything you could imagine, even more powerful than a ghost.
what's the most powerful thing you could think of? A ghost, right?
Exactly. They're not bound by our mortal conventions. It's a ghost.
Yeah.
Get real. Oh, that's what the world needs now. All right. Well, Nathan, I feel like we've done some great work today. Um,
Absolutely. I can't I can't wait to frighten Kristen with this email appearing in her inbox.
yeah, exactly. That that's harassment enough. Is that ding? Ah,
Yeah.
skeleton. Yeah. Well, that might be even more as she's reading through. The ding will be the initial scare, then the mention of a ghost, a
Yeah.
big secondary scare. Something more powerful than a ghost? Oh God.
It's pretty spooky email when you think about it.
It really is. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, this is this is very spooky. I should put a trigger warning up top on this one. This is a very spooky episode.
Yeah.
Multiple mentions of skeletons and ghosts.
Yeah. We missed Halloween by a little bit, but
Yeah.
we're bringing the spooky back.
Never ended.
Like
Wu-Tang
a
it had.
like a haunted Justin Timberlake. We're bringing spooky back.
Ooh. He's sitting on a literal gold mine right there.
Yeah.
This is so this is something I've always wanted to do is be hired as a consultant to come up with holiday themed names for like businesses or places because so many like so I'll give you an example. So Knott's Berry Farm, right? The Halloween they turn it into Not Scary Farm,
Yeah.
which is a terrible name
Yeah.
because not scary means, it's not scary. The better name is Knott's Berry Scary Farm because the berry rhymes with very. And it goes from being not scary to very scary. How
I
about
don't know
that?
why they're not hiring you on the spot.
Okay, let me give you another one for free. So there's the Southern California radio station favorite, Coast 103.5.
Oh yeah.
Why do they not change during the Halloween season to Ghost 103.5?
It's right there.
It's right there.
And they can play Thriller on repeat all season long.
Exactly. And the Monster Mash. It's
Yeah.
Graveyard Smash. Yeah. So
Yeah. I mean,
that's
really, we could write to Justin Timberlake or whoever and try to convince them to take the reins as like the king of Halloween. Like Mariah Carey tries to be like Miss Christmas or whatever, like the Queen of
yeah.
Christmas. Nobody's laying claim on Halloween yet. So
Yeah. Let's do that
we
next
tried
week.
at one point ourselves to craft a song about Halloween, but we're not the songsters that some of these people are. So
Yeah, it's not going to work. We should do that next week. Let's write Justin Timberlake a letter. We could even use AI to rewrite all of his lyrics to be Halloween songs. It's like we attach like a 20 megabyte like Word document to the
yeah.
email. We've taken the liberty of rewriting all of your songs. You just got to get in the booth, man. Just do it.
Yeah.
Okay,
That
that's
sounds like
next week.
fun, actually. Yeah.
Okay, next week we're gonna do that. So next week I'm gonna find like I'm gonna find like 5 Justin Timberlake songs. Like, who am I kidding? Like 50.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna rewrite them.
And I feel like he's rich enough, he could stand a threat or two. So
Yeah, yeah, completely exactly. We're gonna take the remaining ghosts who survived the onslaught of Dan Pena's house and send them to your house, Justin Timberlake. And
yeah.
these are hardened, battle-hardened ghosts.
Yeah. Watch your back, Timberlake.
Yeah, that's funny. Uh, as I whisper to myself, that's funny. All right, Nathan. Well, I've had a wonderful time writing emails with you as always.
Yeah.
But and if anyone out there knows anyone at the newspapers at USA Today or any place like this who might be interested in our AI-driven comics approach, tell them to email us, nathanlandondobusiness@gmail.com. Tell them to dislike this video. Tell them to leave a hurtful comment. Tell them to do a hateful dance. No, what was it called? A hurtful
Hurtful
dance?
dance.
Yeah. I'm surprised that never took off on TikTok.
Yeah, we need to get the youths involved in that one. So
The hurtful dance.
yeah.
Do a hurtful dance. Yeah. But
They
yeah,
love that on
so
TikTok.
they love a hurtful dance on TikTok.
Yeah.
So leave a link in the comments of you doing a hurtful dance on TikTok. And we'll be back next week with a bullying email to Justin Timberlake. Goodbye, everybody. Mwah.